Welcome to your Monday. Thank you for starting your day with us here on Sunrise. I'm Jason Hackett. Alicia has the day off. Let's get over to John for a look at our forecast. And John, this past weekend was absolutely gorgeous. Not as gorgeous this week, though, coming up.
No. I mean, we need the rain, right? Yeah, unfortunately, you need rain in April. Hey, we got some light out here, 6 o'clock for you 6 o'clock viewers. We've been talking about this. The light is going to be really showing up a couple minutes every single morning. 52 degrees, very mild start. The mild start not going to equate to the warmest afternoon because the winds are shifting. But look at this to the north of it here, and this east wind keeping us in the 20s in Bemidji. Cloud cover keeping us in the 50s, so we're very divided depending on where you're at. Coates north of Brainerd. We'll see partly cloudy skies here. Temperatures still making into the upper 60s. It's actually a fairly mild day for this time of the year, but you clearly notice that wind not out of the south anymore, out of the east. Got a little bit of shower activity here. Alexandria, you can see up towards Fargo. This is just very hit or miss. A lot of this is evaporating coming in towards Hennepin County, so not expecting a whole lot. So this is just some sprinkle activity. The main event is still out in Salt Lake City. That is the heavy rain that will come in on Tuesday. So we'll track this entire thing out in your forecast coming up. CC.
Hey, good morning. Happy Monday. Live look here, 35 northbound down in Lakeville. Good morning to you if you're waking up there. If your commute takes you along 35, through Apple Valley, Burnsville, into that Bloomington Richfield area, there is some construction work happening tonight on 35W, so I'll be previewing that in 5 to 7 minutes here. But other than that, roads looking really great this morning. There's also construction work happening tonight on 494. I'll be previewing that in 6:30, so stick around for that. Otherwise, if you're headed out the door through the next 30 minutes, you're good to go. And if you're headed out and want to know the fastest route on your morning commute, let me know on social media and I'll do a personalized route. Hashtag CC's Commute. Jason.
Well, let's get it trending. All right, CC, thank you. Our top story here at 6 a.m. Just 60 minutes ago, a portion of the iconic Stone Arch Bridge in Minneapolis closed for repairs. It's a critical access point to downtown Minneapolis for bikers and walkers. Michelle Beck is on the bridge right now with what to expect. Michelle, good morning.
Yeah, Jason, good morning to you. The barricades went up in the last 15 minutes alone. We heard the trail close sign drill into place. So this right here is the St. Anthony main side of the bridge. This will be closed for the first half of construction. And all this is because crews will work on the Stone Arch Bridge a half at a time, a big loss for walkers and bike riders who can't cross it for the next 2 years. State officials say they need to repair the mortar and replace the stones on this historic structure. I met droves of people over the weekend who came out to cross it and what would be the last time in a while.
How lucky are we to get to step out here right before it gets ready to go under construction and under this lovely weather?
Man, and this, they're going to close this bridge for what? 2 years or something? Yeah. Man, get out here.
Yeah, in the last 5 minutes, I did see just 2 people dressed in just exercise clothing come up to the barricade, see the signs, then turn the other direction. And so you can imagine that to take place for the next 2 years on either side of this bridge. Jason.
Yeah, a big changes to get used to for a lot of people out there. All right, Michelle Beck reporting live. Thank you. Developing this morning, the BCA is in Cannon Falls right now, where a suspect is dead after a car chase ended in the parking lot of a Mayo Clinic. This all started last night when a driver took off after allegedly ramming into a West Concord police officer during a traffic stop. There was a short standoff in the Mayo Clinic parking lot in Cannon Falls. Officials tell us the suspect died after turning the gun on themselves.
It's unfortunate anytime somebody loses their life. We don't know the circumstances behind what made him decide to end his, and it's very unfortunate.
The sheriff's office also says law enforcement did not fire their weapons. The hospital was put on lockdown, but reopened to the public in the last few hours. The Minnesota BCA is also expected to release their report in the next few days on the shootout in Minnetonka last week. 2 deputies were injured there. The medical examiner says the alleged gunman, Clint Hoyta, died of multiple gunshot wounds. Deputies say they were executing a felony search warrant at a house during the time of the shooting. They didn't specify who the warrant was for or why they suspected that person would be there. Our I-team found a clean record without any active warrants for Hoyta's arrest. In Benton County, a UTV crash that killed 2 women is under investigation this morning. The sheriff's office says the vehicle and a pickup truck crashed in Maywood Township on Saturday. Witnesses say they tried to pull 2 women from the wreckage. The driver of the pickup truck also reportedly tried to help, but the women died on the scene. Investigators say witnesses told them the UTV was driving fast in the middle of the road. Right now, that crash is still under investigation. This morning, President Biden is urging restraint in Israel after Iran's unprecedented drone missile attack over the weekend. The president just met with members of the G7 to talk about a diplomatic solution. Officials say this video from Israeli Defense Forces shows some intercepts of the 300-some missiles and drones Iran launched. U.S. sources say Biden told Israel's prime minister that the U.S. will not participate in any offensive operations against Iran. Well, this morning, the latest numbers from the Department of Public Safety show more people are dying on Minnesota's roads. Traffic fatalities have risen 61% from this time last year, 84 so far in 2024 compared to 52 in 2023. Traffic safety officials say our mild winter meant drivers continued their often deadly summertime driving patterns even through our coldest months. Now, one of the contributing factors is distracted driving. April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month, and departments across the state are keeping an extra eye out for anyone using their phones while they're driving.
You're cognitively, physically, and visually impaired, and it's like driving drunk. They've given statistics that being on your phone and texting is like driving at a .08.
Richfield police say new patrol trucks have helped write 179 distracted driving tickets and 313 seatbelt tickets last year. The Office of Traffic Safety is expanding funding for the trucks from Richfield to 9 other agencies around the metro area. All right, time now 6:07, and if you haven't done your taxes yet, today is the last day to file or request an extension. That deadline is midnight tonight. So if you owe and don't get them in, the IRS will issue a 5% penalty each month that you're late. If you request an extension, your deadline will be pushed back to October. And heads up,